Hi everyone, welcome to the Monday Angel Messages. I thought I would do them on YouTube live instead of Facebook because it's just, Facebook is very blurry at the moment. So let's get started with the cards that I've pulled for this week. So the first card, I asked Archangel Michael to give me a card to let you know who's working with you this week, what guides are around you, and what is it that they most want you to know. And I absolutely love this card for you. This is from Keepers of the Light by Kyle Gray, one of my absolute favorite decks. So this is Bridget, and she is holding the cosmic flame there, which is what stood out to me most in this reading. I really love it. So she's showing you all of this beautiful green energy around her too. And if you came to my Archangel Raphael event last week, you would recognize why this card has popped out. I can really feel Raphael's energy, but also Archangel Michael's, of course. So Bridget is talking about wholeness, about how your soul is never damaged. It doesn't matter what you go through, what terrible heartache you've been through, losses. Even though that affects you on a physical, emotional, and even spiritual level, your soul is not ever damaged. It's as beautiful and as bright as it was the day you were born. And this is reminding you that while that light is still within you, it proves that you can move into wholeness again. It might be a different kind of wholeness than you've experienced before, but it's giving you hope and asking you to hold faith that everything can work out okay for you. Even if you hold the even tiniest bit of faith about that, it will work out. Now, this is also reminding you that as a human, you're a spiritual being having a physical experience. Yeah, sometimes that means that you go through times of remembering who you are, remembering your power, recognizing that you're connected to this source of infinite wisdom, that the angels are around you, your intuition's working, everything is in synchronicity. And then you go through times when you just feel the opposite. You feel disconnected, you feel powerless, you forget to call on your angels, you forget to meditate, you forget that you've got all of these tools, energetic tools at your disposal. It's like you're walking around in a fog. And that's when your fear mind can take over. Your ego can become louder than your intuitive voice. You feel as if everything just gets have gone into fear. And that fear acts like a cloud blocking the sunlight. It stops you from being able to connect to divine source. So if you can remember that as a human, you go through periods of remembering and forgetting. That is part of the journey. It's because it's why we live in a duality of fear and love. And part of your reason for being is that you are trying to extend that time in that freak out stage where you feel blocked, you feel disconnected, you forget to do the things that you need to do for yourself. So here, this is reminding you that you always, no matter what you're going through, even if you're in a power stage, the power is still there within you. The wisdom is still there within you. You can still connect with your angels. You can still ask for help. You can still meditate, and things will start to get better. You have the power to manifest your way out of anything. It's the outcome that you want. And I love that for you, right? Remember your power. Then I asked Archangel Michael to give me 3 cards from the Archangel Power Tarot Radley Valentine's deck, my favorites, and give us some guidance for the week ahead, how to overcome those challenges. What are we most focused on at this moment? What do we need to know to overcome the challenges and manifest what we want? And I love that Archangel Michael gave us 3 Archangel Michael cards. He wasn't being prejudiced at all this week. He's given us all the answers from his own suit. So the first one is a page of Michael, and this is giving you it's kind of giving you a bit of a hint. It's saying you've got challenges ahead, but they're exciting challenges. They're positive challenges. Don't look at them as dark and dismal and terrifying, awful things. There are good things coming, and they require you to stretch out of your comfort zone, to come into a place of remembering your power. But also, the Michael deck are very much about this suit of air, which is mental energy, intellectual energy. Try not to go into worry. Try not to go into overthinking, into analyzing everything, because that takes you out of your spirit. It takes you away from being grounded in truth and starts to create negative energy, because if you're worrying all the time, you're bringing up scenarios that probably won't even happen, but you're focusing on them, which is radiating the wrong energy for you. You want to be focusing on what you want to create and what you want to happen and what you want to feel, not worst case scenarios. Now, obviously, if there's something you know you're going to have to deal with, you have to focus on that, but do it in such a way to call on the wisdom within you and the wisdom of the divine in a clear-headed way, instead of worry, because worry doesn't get you anywhere. The best antidote to worry that I know about is prayer, or I've got something I call my angel box, and it's a little silver gift, really. And when I'm worried about something and I remember, I write a note to my angels and pop it in the box. I fold it up. And when I go back and look, you know, in a month in that box, all of the things that I've asked for have been healed. They've been fine. So it's a good way to take your prayers, take your worries out of your mind, put them on a piece of paper and like mail them to your angels in your little angel box. And it's psychologically helpful, but it is also spiritually helpful, because it allows the angels to step in. It makes you receptive instead of being closed down by worry. So this is saying you've got what it takes to succeed. You're going to overcome any challenges. Just make sure that you are dotting the I's and crossing the T's. You're focusing on the small print. You're checking out everything before you make a step forward. And that's not a fear guidance. That's just guidance to make sure that you're grounded and that you're focused on what it is that you really want to create. Your second card is the guidance. This is the steps that the angels want you to take, the information they most want you to know. And this is the 7 of Michael. It shows a crossroads, a fork in the road, where a man or a boy is about to go down the dark, dingy road, but Archangel Michael is guiding him. He's saying, no, don't go that way, go this way. So it's about following your intuition, looking for what feels peaceful and good and aligned with what you want to create, not focusing on overthinking, overanalyzing, convoluted, you know, I've got to go here before I'm going to get this. Just take one step at a time and make it a step into the light. Okay, you might be nervous and excited because it's something new and you don't know what's on the other side of it. But if you can see as much as you can, this is bringing me closer. It feels aligned with what it is that I really want. It feels peaceful and it feels good. I feel excited and energized about it. Follow that path. Go the path of light. Sometimes the ego will take you on, you know, its own little mystery tours, which often go nowhere. They'll take you down the road of drama. Or if you're an overthinker, you can sort of project everything into the future and you'll not be grounded in this moment. So I can remember years ago thinking, I've got to do this in order for my business to succeed. I've got to write a book and then I've got to do this and then I'll do that. And I ended up with this big list on a whiteboard that was pretty much as tall as me. And I was overwhelmed. I couldn't do anything. I was completely crippled by this massively long list that I'd written myself. That is what my ego had written out for me. This was how I was going to succeed according to my ego. And I spoke to a friend that day and he said, go and get a cloth and wipe that whiteboard clean. And I went, and I wiped the whiteboard clean. I had a good meditate, took some deep breaths, went for a walk with my dogs. And then when I came back, I just felt good again and I felt excited. And I knew what to do next. And it was nothing to do with that big list. That's what the ego does. It takes us on these, it makes everything harder. So come back to your angels, to your intuition, to your heart center. Don't make it overly dramatic and overwhelming. So working alone may not be the best answer. That could mean call on your angels. It could mean call on an expert. Sometimes you speak to someone and everything clicks into place. You might get a book and you read the information that you need to know. It will appear to you intuitively, synchronistically, coincidentally, exactly as you need it to. But you need to get that fear, worry out of the way first. The outcome card is awesome. This is the Ace of Michael. Again, another Michael card. This is the end. After you've followed the guidance, this is what the outcome will be. It also sometimes contains some guidance in this card. So this is saying that you're going to come to this spot where suddenly you pop your head up above the clouds and you can see where you're going. You know exactly how it's all going to work out. You feel excited. The energy comes back. It's no longer the fear pulling you backwards. It's the energy of light and guidance and your angels and your own truth. Your soul is pushing you. It's pushing you forwards. So this is saying a wonderful new idea. Don't let new old bumps in the road get in the way. So sometimes when we see a closed door, instead of opening it, we think, oh, maybe it's not meant to be. And we turn around and don't go back. Don't worry about it. If there's things that have happened recently that have made you doubt or made you second guess yourself, or your own mind is making you second guess yourself, ignore that. That's okay. You're forging a new road. And as you forge that new road, you're bound to hit a few sticks on the way, right? You're bound to have to go around some big clumps of rock. That's just part of traveling on new ground. It's okay. So don't let those bumps in the road, those little challenges get in the way. Keep you and what you want to feel and achieve as the highest vision, and don't let those little niggling doubts get in the way. They're just doubts. Everyone has them. Everyone has them. But the difference between success and turning back is that you don't have to listen to those doubts. You listen more to what your vision is telling you, what you want to create for yourself. So I really love, and look at the power in that card. I love how Archangel Michael's got his sword up. He's ready there to cut your cords, to clear away those old doubts and fears and connections to people that are naysayers and tend to say, you can't do that or you shouldn't do this. Listen to you. Listen to your truth. This is, your journey is your journey. Okay, you might have other people you need to take care of along the way. You might have children and pets that you're responsible for. You've got to do that. You can't not do that. But you also have to listen to your own intuition and your own truth. So that's the reading for the week ahead. I always put these up on Instagram and Facebook and on stories so that you can have a closer look at the cards later on. And I always hashtag the cards as well if you want to go and have a look at them yourself. So I'm sending you angel blessings for the week ahead. Have a wonderful week. Look after yourself, protect your energy, call on your angels, and all the very best. If you want to come to one of my events, I've got the Archangel Zadkiel and Archangel Michael and the Cosmic Violet Flame is on the 4th of December, Australia time. So if you'd like to come to that, it's a low-cost event. It's a 90-minute webinar with a guided meditation and healing as part of it. That is going to be on sale on my website tonight. So you can go over to rachelscoltock.com and check out the light activation webinar for the Violet Flame. And that will be releasing 2020 and talking about this big planetary convergence that is happening towards the end of the month and what that means for us. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be a powerful month, December. Sending you lots of love. Thank you for being here and see you next time.